Yes, ready for dictation. Start. In the present case, it is not in dispute that the authorized controller was appointed by the state government in exercise of the powers under sections 57 and 58 of the Universities Act, and since then he has been holding charge of the committee of management of the college. Stop. It is also not in dispute that neither the registrar at any point of time during this period nor the authorized controller either took any steps or made any efforts to hold the election of office bearers of the committee of management. Stop. Further, it is also not in dispute that the registrar, insofar as the questions that fall for our consideration are concerned, was authorized to call a meeting of the general body of such society for electing such office bearers if he was satisfied that election of office bearers of a society had not been held within the time specified in the rules of that society and that he did not exercise such powers. Stop. Furthermore, it is not in dispute that the bylaws of the trust provide for such an election after every 3 years and within the time stipulated therein. Stop. The time to hold elections after expiry of the term of the last elected body got over long back, that is before 1988, and at no point of time did not registrar make any effort or exercised his powers conferred under subsection within bracket 2 of section 25 of the Act 1860 to call a meeting of the general body for electing office bearers of the committee of management as contemplated therein. Stop. As is evident from the referral order, the division bench was of the view that so long as section 25 within bracket 2 of the Societies Registration Act 1860 existed on the statute book, no mandamus could have been issued by the court directing any authority other than the registrar to hold elections of registered societies. Stop. It was further observed that a mandamus so issued would be contrary to law. Stop. It is based upon the said conclusions that the first question has been framed for our consideration. Stop. Passage. In our considered view, the conclusion reached by the division bench is based upon the assumption that section 25 within bracket 2 is firstly of a mandatory character and secondly that the same confers exclusive jurisdiction and authority on the registrar alone. Stop. Here it becomes pertinent to note that the powers exercisable by the registrar in terms of the subsection within bracket 2 by the very nature of the power conferred is apparently directory in nature. Stop. The power conferred on the registrar becomes exercisable upon him being satisfied that an election of office bearers of a society has not been held within the time specified under its rules or by laws. Stop. The provision then prescribes that upon such satisfaction being aggrieved at, the registrar may call a meeting of the general body of such society for election of its office bearers. Stop. It becomes further relevant to note that all further actions that the registrar takes from this point onwards has to be in accordance with the provisions of the rules of the society relating to meetings and elections. Passage. The very language of the provisions indicates that the power vested in the registrar under subsection within bracket 2 is directory and permissive. Stop. Subsection within bracket 2 in our considered opinion is neither couched in mandatory. Stop. Over.